frères et sœurs congolais et africains. Congolese Children Association, on a fait le plaisir d'introduire au niveau du musée de Monton l'histoire de la musique congolaise, précisément de la rumba. Et vous passez, venez voir la rumba, comment est-ce qu'elle a été née, partir du kumba jusqu'à la rumba, et les différents instruments de la musique qu'on utilise, les différents groupes qui ont commencé à partir de Calais et puis jusqu'à nos jours. C'est une bonne histoire qui va vous apporter une bonne connaissance pour la musique congolaise, précisément notre groupe. Merci.
Congolese music in Africa, whether you go to Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Mali, everywhere, you cannot go to a dancing club without a Congolese music. That is the art in Africa. So Congolese music is not, we call it Congolese music, but we call it finally African music because it's everywhere. And people really get inspiration from it. Yeah.
First half of the exhibition, talking about why we decided to do this, because UNESCO recognised Congolese Rumba as a very important part of culture and heritage that we need to preserve. So we wanted to spread awareness about that in the UK. And we first started off by learning the origins of the genre and how it was a fusion of Afro-Cuban music and Congolese traditional music. And here the image is one of the first orchestras in Congo, Odeon, and we learned about how in the 1930s, under Belgian rule, that's when the genre began to pick up due to the urbanization of different cities. People began to start using music as a form of entertainment.
The six-string instrument that's used mostly in Rumba. It was used mostly in the first and second generation. Here we have the song Independence Cha-Cha, and over there we have My Soul by Franco. An instrument for the marimba. It's a wood-made instrument, and the sounds made are depending on how big or small the woods are. Just like you can see here, it goes from bigger to smaller. So most the higher notes start from down there and it gets lower as low.
There's no way to try it. Yeah. Okay.
There's no sticks to me.
During Congolese independence, Patrice Lumumba and all other politicians went to Belgium and signed people. They brought artists with them as well, and then they made this song to basically commemorate that moment. And it's a Congolese Rumba song, so it basically kind of shows the importance of Congolese Rumba because it was used in that context. There's different ways that people would listen to Congolese Rumba, with cassette tapes, DVD players, and the book over there, written by Kopo Kalambai, who is a Congolese Rumba musician. In his book, he discusses just the importance of the guitar in Congolese Rumba and also other instruments as well.
We have the timeline of Congolese Rumba, the generations of Congolese Rumba musicians. For example, we have the first generation, Apollo Music. We reigned from 1930 to 1950. We had artists like Windo Colossoy, Paul Kamba, and etc. We even know we have the second generation, the golden years, which reigned from 1950 to 1970, that had artists like Franco Luambo Makiadi and Dr. Nico. This generation, the generation that created Odemba and the Fiesta style.
Papa Noel is still alive, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's still alive.
Yeah.
In the third generation, we have Clan Langalanga. Clan Langalanga combined both Fiesta and Odemba to create Seben. In the third generation, we have musicians like Justino Kalungu, Papa Wemba, and a famous guitarist called Pepe Felix Manako. In the fourth generation, we have the generation Dumbolo, generation Wenge, that had musicians like King Kester, Ofiolo Mide, Mbekana Werasa. Ofiolo Mide started originally from the third generation but became more popular in the fourth generation. And in the final generation, we have from 2010 to 2024, so till now, we have the new school, we have Fali, Ferre, Fabregas. Right now they don't have like an identity like the other four generations because they're mostly made for mixing outside culture genre and Congolese music. For example, Fali Pupa, he mixes most times Afro beats, but then Ferre, he takes a lot of inspiration from the second generation because he likes to make rumba in the Odemba style.
And then some of the traditional instruments that we learned about were the dam-dam, which is like a traditional drum, the ligembe, which is like a thumb piano, the gas-gas, which is like a shaker, and the logole, which was used as a drum to communicate to neighbouring villages about any news such as a wedding or a funeral. And these are some of the pictures that we were able to find in different museums of people using the logole at the time, specifically during the Belgian War. In this picture is a Belgian soldier watching a Congolese man play the logole as well. So that was really nice that we got to find pictures of that. And then here are just examples of ways that people were listening to Congolese rumba at the beginning with cassette tapes and DVD players.
And the Congolese music, I'm from Ivory Coast. Got a big impact in Ivory Coast. When you go there, you see all those former musicians called Amédée, Pierre, Lugan, François, all those people, they have to get their inspiration from Congolese music. Congolese music in Africa, whether you go to Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast, Mali, everywhere, you cannot go to a dancing club without Congolese music. That is the impact in Africa. So Congolese music is not, we call it Congolese music, but we call it finally
African music.
Because it's everywhere. And people really get inspiration from it. Yeah. You cannot go in a Congolese party or music and then without dressing like a tight trousers. No, you have to dress. You are big, you are then. So when you move, you can see the move. Yeah.